Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to 3CTVLive.com. We're here tonight at Villanova University at the Pavilion for tonight's 6A District 1 title game between the Coatesville Red Raiders and the Abington Ghosts. I'm Scott Kershey. I'm joined tonight by Tom Harkins. Quickly, a quick recap before we get into game action. The Abington Ghosts are 23-4 and seeded number 3 in District 1. They are coached by Mr. Charles Grasty. They got here by beating Plymouth Whitemarsh 61-57 in the semifinals at Temple on Tuesday night. Paced by super sophomore Eric Dixon, 6'7". He scored 29 points that night. The Coatesville Red Raiders are 23-4. They're the number 4 seed in District 1. They got here by defeating Cheltenham Tuesday night at Temple, 79-58. They're coached by Mr. Chuck Moore. Tom, throwing it to you here real quickly. What do you expect for our game tonight?
I expect both coaches to stick to what's worked all season. Abington's going to try to go big, get the ball down low, take advantage of their size. Coatesville's going to have that pressure, full court, all night, try to run, get their guys tired, and at the end, do what they do, space the ball out, create lanes for our guards to drive, get it down low for easy layups, and finish out strong.
Thank you for that, Tom. So, Abington Ghosts have a little momentum going here because just before we're coming on the air, the Abington girls basketball team defeated Plymouth Whitemarsh 62-57 to win the District 1 title. So there's a large contingent of Abington fans here because their girls won the district and now their boys are playing for the district title. As usual, a large contingent of Coatesville fans are here. It's going to be a good one. Again, on 3C TV Live from the Pavilion at Villanova University. It is the District 1 6A Boys Championship game. We'll be back for the starting lineups and game action. Thank you very much, sports fans. And we're back here at the Pavilion at Villanova University. The teams have completed their warm-ups, gone to the bench. We'll be having starting lineups introductions here soon. Again, 3C TV Live bringing you the 6A District 1 title game between the Coatesville Red Raiders and the Abington Ghosts. I'm Scott Kershey along with Tony Harkins. We'll be bringing you the game action today for 3C TV Live. Again, good crowd on hand here at the Pavilion at Villanova. Not quite a sellout, but probably about 90% full. As I said, the Abington fans are here in full force because their girls played the first game tonight and won the District 1 title. PA announcer is making some general announcements. We should be having our starting lineups come in here soon. Again, along with Abington winning in the semifinals, they got here by defeating Norristown in the second round, 48-32, and defeated Penwood 67-49. For tonight's game, Abington is the higher seed. They're the number 3 seed, so they're in the white uniforms and will be the home team on the scoreboard. Coatesville comes into tonight the number 4 seed, so they're wearing their dark uniforms, and they will be listed as the visiting team on the scoreboard. The Coatesville Red Raiders got here. Both Abington and Coatesville had byes in the first round. Coatesville defeated Downingtown West in the second round, 56-48. The Red Raiders then defeated North Penn 62-51 in the third round. And now we have our national anthem. The fans are in full voice here tonight at Villanova as we get ready for the introduction of starting lineups. And here we go with our starting lineups. And number 1, Hassan Young, first Red Raider introduced. Number 2, Jamir Brickus. Brickus had 22 points in the semifinal win. Number 5, Kamayu Brickus. The center, the big man for the Red Raiders, number 11, Tyrell Bladen. And forward, Joe Bulware, number 21. Chuck Moore, the head coach. Red Raiders, number 4 seed, come in here with a record of 23 wins and 4 losses. And now we have our starting lineup for the Abington Ghosts. Number 2, Rob Young, introduced, starting at guard. Number 3, Robbie Heath, 15 points in the semifinal win. Lucas Run Monroe, number 22. Joe O'Brien, number 42, the center. And the sophomore forward, 43, Eric Dixon. Dixon scored 29 points in the semifinal win over Plymouth White Marsh. Ghosts coached by Charles Grasty, number 3 seed, record of 23 wins, 4 losses.
All right, Tony, last second comment before the start of the game.
Well, as a coach myself, Scott, I always like to watch the first quarter very closely, see how the kids come out. If the atmosphere is too big for them, who's nervous, who's able to stay poised. The team that makes the least amount of mistakes in the first quarter is going to get that early lead, and then we'll see how they can control it the rest of the game and hopefully come out with a victory.
Coatesville with the opening tap. Man-to-man defense for Abington. Hassan Young with the drive. Kamayu Brickus. Young again drives. Floater up, no good. Monroe got that rebound. Rob Young, the point guard. Coatesville also opens up in man-to-man. And we have our first foul of the game. Foul's called on number 1. That's Hassan Young. He'll put Lucas Monroe to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots for the Ghosts. Lefty Monroe puts it up and in. Misses the second, pulled down by Coatesville, pushing it up court.
Up top to Jameer Brickus to set the offense for the Red Raiders. And number 2, Jameer Brickus with the field goal. Pressed by the Raiders, quick turnover. Hassan Young gets a steal but misses. Ball bouncing over. Abington winds up with it. Number 3, Robbie Heath with the field goal. And Coatesville pulls it out and gets themselves set. 6 minutes to play. Abington 3, Coatesville 2. Abington stays in their man-to-man defense. Coatesville being patient. And number 5, Kamayu Brickus scores on the running one-hander. And a steal by the Red Raiders. Hassan Young with the three-pointer. Pressure by the Red Raiders has worked so far. Three-pointer by Eric Dixon. The big 6'7" sophomore. Dixon shows his range and hits a 3. Deflected out, Coatesville keeps possession. Pretty nice, Tony. We have a 6'7" kid drop out and shoot a 3.
He looks like a grown man out there, Scott. I like the way Coach Chuck has assigned his senior, Joe Bulware, to be around him at all times and put as much pressure on defense as possible. It's going to make his legs tired, and maybe Chuck Moore's goal is to have him tired out by the fourth quarter. Maybe them shots won't drop.
Coatesville setting up. Brickus with the crossover. And it goes off of Coatesville, and it'll go to go to Abington. Coatesville again immediately comes up with their full court pressure. And now PW sets. Dixon up top again, handling the ball. And this time he misses, but Abington pulls down the rebound. Oh, and a nice field goal by Dixon. Sort of forced it, but it went in. Four minutes to play. Abington 8, Coatesville 7 in the first quarter. And we have a foul called. First foul called against Abington. Number 3, Heath picks up the foul. Coatesville inbound on the side. Kamayu Brickus handling out front for the Red Raiders. Again, Abington staying in their man-to-man defense. And that is an illegal screen called against number 5, Kamayu Brickus. His first foul, second team foul on the Red Raiders. Again, Coatesville up with some full court man-to-man pressure. Abington definitely seems like they want to get the ball to Dixon. Coatesville looks like with a steal. No, the referee calls it a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Abington, so Abington keeps the ball on the jump ball situation. Ghost inbound from the side court. Shot missed. Coatesville pulls down a rebound. Bullware. Raiders pushing up the court. Hassan Young. Shot is blocked. Running one-hander by Robbie Heath. Robbie Heath with the running one-hander. Coatesville calls a timeout. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to play in the first quarter. Abington 10, Coatesville 7. Tony, any thoughts on this first timeout?
I like how both teams came out. Both teams look like they're poised. They're not sitting back waiting for the other team to show them what they're going to do. They said, this is our game. They're coming out. They're playing their game. And the team that sticks with that for the entire duration is going to be the team that comes out victorious.
Thank you, Tony. This was a 30-second timeout by the Red Raiders, so it'll be a quick one. Back on the court. Eric Dixon with 5 points. Robbie Heath with 4 so far for Abington. Coatesville comes the length of the court. Kamayu Brickus handling the ball. Red Raiders have made a sub during that timeout. Freshman number 4, Dupree Bryant, has come into the Coatesville lineup. And there's a turnover right away. Abington throw quick double team. Coatesville turns it over. Go small. Robbie Young handles the ball up top as the point guard for Abington. Hands for Coatesville, and the ball stolen away by Bryant. Dupree Bryant. He goes the length of the court for 2. Dupree Bryant, a 9th grader, just like Jameer Brickus. Bryant had 17 points in Coatesville's semifinal win on Tuesday night. Ball went inside to center. O'Brien was stripped away. Referee says it is Coatesville ball. 1 minute, 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. Abington 10, Coatesville 9. Bryant brings the ball up for the Red Raiders. Facing the man-to-man defense of Abington. Raiders reset. 1:30 to play in the first quarter. And another illegal screen called against the Red Raiders. That one goes against the big center, number 11, Tyrell Bladen. His first, team's third. Abington inbounds and brings it up court. Dixon up top. That's O'Brien, the big center, handling up top. Monroe now with the ball. Lefty makes a move. Shoots a little left-handed jumper. Doesn't go in. Tipped around. Bullware controls the rebound for Coatesville, and the Red Raiders look to push. And Kamayu Brickus off the feed from Dupree Bryant. Coatesville 11, Abington 10. 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Stolen away. Jameer Brickus. .20 seconds to play in the first quarter. 13-10, Coatesville leads. Isolating Dixon. Dixon is fouled on his fadeaway jump shot. 21. Bullware is called for the foul. Bullware's first, team's fourth. Dixon to the free throw line, shooting 2 shots. Lefty's shot is no good. He gets one more. 8.3 seconds left in the quarter. 8.3 left in the first quarter. (13-11) now, Coatesville. Brickus pushes it up. Stripped away. Tipped away. Abington will have it on the side. Only 1.3 seconds to play in the quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter. Your score here at Villanova in the district title game: Coatesville Red Raiders 13, Abington Ghosts 11. Tony, how about that Coatesville pressure?
As always, Scott, I love how Coach Moore plays the defensive side of the ball. Constant pressure on the ball carrier at all times from one court to the other end. I like the energy of Coatesville right now. Abington is really trying to slow the game down, get it to their big guys, get shots down low, force fouls, but the active hands of Coatesville right now is really what led us to that 6-1 run there at the end, and with that controversial call there, got Abington a foul shot. But I'm liking the energy. I'm liking the way it's going. As long as Coatesville can keep their poise, not get into bickering matches back and forth with the other players, I think they have a good shot to keep it rolling and take a lead at halftime.
Very obvious that one of Abington's offensive strategies is to get the ball to their big sophomore, Eric Dixon. They've isolated him many times here in the first quarter. Up high, down low. He has scored 6 points here in the first quarter of their 11, including hitting a three-pointer. So we go to the second quarter. Coatesville's ball to start the second quarter. 13-11, Red Raiders lead the Abington Ghosts. And here we go with the second quarter. And Abington has gone zone. Abington Ghosts have gone to a 2-3 zone. Man-to-man the whole first quarter. Now they zone up. Probably thinking they have a little trouble with Coatesville's speed. Oh, high lob pass intended for Bladen. Doesn't connect, goes out of bounds. Abington ball off the turnover. Coatesville continues with the pressure. Robbie Heath handling the ball up top. Now it goes to Rob Young. Trying to force his way in, and he banks it in. Number 2, Rob Young scores. Coatesville pushes again, and Joe Bulware tips it in for the Red Raiders. 15-13 Coatesville, 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Air ball shot there, but the ball bounces around to Dixon. He fires it up, no good. Bladen pulls the rebound, Coatesville goes. Bulware on the fast break. Very nice feed from Dupree Bryant. Red Raiders want to run. Bladen pulls down a rebound, and we have a foul called on number 42. Center Joe O'Brien for Abington picks up his first foul.
Scott, I'm really impressed with Coatesville's interior passing this first quarter and early into the second quarter. We've already had 4 assists that were actually passed because of a cut into the paint or a rebound and someone cutting in off the rebound and getting an easy layup. I'm really impressed with the way they're moving without the ball, making Abington chase them around the court, whether it's a shot, rebound, whatever the case may be. It's impressive, and it's going to get to Abington's legs by the second half of the game.
Now, what do you think about Abington's change? Abington played man-to-man the whole first quarter. they come out in the second quarter and go to a 2-3 zone. What does that give you any indication of?
I actually agree with you exactly. As you said earlier, when they went to that zone, they're having trouble with the speed. The coach is probably worried that his guards maybe can't stay in front of Coatesville guards off the first step, off the original dribble. Once you get your shoulders past the defender's beat and puts a lot of pressure on the interior guys. So going to that zone allows the defense to move a little bit more before the initial dribble and not be face up with the guy when he gets the ball. Now Coatesville has to get their ball to that high post, to that elbow, get that ball moving to squeeze that zone in so we can get some outside shots to fall.
And as anybody who's seen Coatesville play this year, as I have several times, one of the Red Raiders' weaknesses is outside shooting. They are not a good outside shooting team. But just as we say that, Abington has changed their zone now. Abington has now gone 3-2 zone. After 2-3, they go to a 3-2. Bullware's jumper's off. Ball pinballs around. Scramble on the floor results in a jump ball, which will go to Abington.
It should be Coatesville's ball.
Yeah, Coatesville had the ball to start the quarter.
Yes, they did.
So it is Abington. Coatesville stays with their man-to-man pressure. Robbie Young handling the ball for the Ghosts. That's number 15, Eric Doherty, who's checked into the game. Running one-hander, falls out, ball tipped around. Center, O'Brien. Joe O'Brien with the tip in. 17-15, Coatesville, 5:40 to play in the second quarter. Jameer Brickus over to Dupre Bryant. Drive on the hook. That is number 12, Tion Holmes, score. Beat his man baseline for the easy layup for Holmes. 19-15, Coatesville. Three-pointer. Good. Robbie Heath hits a three. 19-18, Coatesville. 4:50 to play in the second quarter. Good pass by Dupre Bryant. Finds Joe Bullware inside. Bryant with some nifty assists so far in the game since he's come in. Bullware with 6 points this quarter. 21-18 Coatesville. 4:25 to play, second quarter. Drives, running one-hander is good. Robbie Heath. Heath now with 9 points for the Ghosts. 21-20, Coatesville leads. 4:10 to play, second quarter. Abington back to man. They abandoned the zone and have gone back to man. Brickus' shot is off. O'Brien with the rebound. Abington pushing it up court. Up quickly to Dixon. And he is fouled. Quick push up there by Abington, getting it to Dixon, who was posted up. Tion Holmes picks up. Foul. Dixon to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Lefty lines it up, and he's off on the first one. Starter Lucas Monroe checks back in for Abington, replacing Eric Doherty. Dixon with another shot. And he misses them both. But it goes out off of Dixon. Coatesville will get the ball. .350 to play, second quarter. Coatesville 21, Abington 20. Here on 3CTVLive.com. The 6A District 1 title game from Villanova. Coatesville surveying this defense played by the Ghost. Abington man-to-man. Dupree Bryant, the freshman, handling up top. Coatesville being very patient. And Bryant's running one-hander is off. O'Brien with the rebound, and here come the Ghosts pushing the ball up court. Rob Young handling, looking to drive. There's Monroe inside of the big center. O'Brien who scores. Good feed into the big man, and O'Brien finishes it off. 4 points for O'Brien this quarter. 22-21, Abington takes the lead. 2:50 to play, second quarter. Kamayu Brickus' running one-hander is off, and a blocking foul is called on O'Brien. That is his second. Must admit, Tony, that sounded like a late whistle there.
It did sound like a late whistle, and Abington student section didn't like the call either, Scott.
Kamayu Brickus goes to the line, shooting 2 shots for the Red Raiders. Hits the first, and we have a tie game. 22-all, 2:45 to play. The big man center, Bladen, checks back in for the Raiders, replacing number 12, Tion Holmes. Kamayu Brickus has another free throw. That one's off. O'Brien pulls it. We have a tie game. 2:40 to play, second quarter, 22-all, Coatesville and Abington. Robbie Young handling. Over to Monroe, kicks inside to O'Brien, working one-on-one. There's Dixon with the turnaround. It's off. Ball bounces around. Coatesville controls. Again, Raiders looking to run. Oh, and the field goal just rolls out. Kamayu Brickus' shot just falls out. Abington back. Heath with the ball. Now to Young. Three-point attempt is off.
Where's the foul?
A lot of contact there. No foul called. Referee rules it's just Coatesville goes out of bounds. Referees in the stands didn't like that one. O'Brien misses, pulled down by Bladen. Coatesville pushing up. Dupree Bryant. And the Raiders reset. Freshman Jameer Brickus now handling. Kamayu Brickus. The Bullware tried to go inside, stolen away. And number 3, Robbie Heath scores. Heath with the steal and score. Heath with the field goal and the foul. That field goal put Abington in front, 24-22, 1:15 to play, second quarter. Free throws no good. Blaine pulls it down. Coatesville comes up. 1:10 to play. 24-22. Abington leads Coatesville. Second quarter. That is number 2, Jameer Brickus scoring. Tying the game at 24. We're less than a minute to play in the second quarter. Red Raiders have gone zone. Coatesville has gone 2-3 zone here. Think trying to take away some of the inside game. Inside to Dixon. And he loses it. Coatesville looking to run, as always. Hassan Young. And it's blocked. Dupree Bryant. Shot blocked by Lucas Monroe. Coatesville ball out of bounds. 18.6 seconds. 18.6 to go in second quarter. Kamayu Brickus replaces Hassan Young for the Red Raiders. Foul is called on the play. Foul's on number 15, Doherty, his first. Only 14 fouls against the Ghosts in the first half, 6 against Coatesville. Next one will put Abington into 1-on-1. Unusual, neither teams reached the 1-on-1 in the first half. Coatesville inbounds. Dupree Bryant will set up. Coatesville will probably hold for the last shot. He kicks it off to Jameer Brickus, who's probably going to go here for the last shot. Kamayu Brickus shoots, and it's off. No good. We've come to halftime, and our score, Coatesville Red Raiders 24, Abington Ghosts 24. Tony, I'll go to you for some real quick thoughts on the first half of this game.
Well, if you're a fan tonight, Scott, you're getting what you came here for. You're getting your ticket worth. We started 0-0, halftime 24-24, any team's game. Everybody right now is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Each coach is going to go into this locker room and tell their kids, you're doing exactly what I asked you to do. And when we come back out, it's the team that stays focused, the team that puts out every single bit of effort they have. And when they leave this arena, they can say they gave it all. That's the team that's going to be walking out with that championship trophy, Scott.
Very even game. Coatesville led at the end of the first quarter, 13-11. Abington outscored Coatesville in the second quarter, 13-11. Brings us to 24 all here at halftime. For the Red Raiders, Joe Boulware threw in 6 points there in that second quarter. Also, Jameer Brickus with 6, leading Coatesville. For the Abington Ghosts, it's Robbie Heath with 11 points to lead Abington at halftime. So here we are on 3ctvlive.com. Halftime of the 6A title game. Coatesville 24, Abington 24, and we will be back for the second half action here on 3CTV from Villanova. And here we are just before the start of the third quarter here at Villanova on 3ctvlive.com. 24-24 all at the half. Tony, some thoughts as we're getting ready to start the second half.
I was really impressed with the way Coatesville handled the outstanding sophomore on Abington's team. Joe Boulware has been everywhere he has been. It's been so hard for him to catch the ball on the block. As soon as he does catch the ball, the double team comes over. Coatesville's handled that and prepared the kids as best as you can. And both of us have also noticed, and I'm sure you at home, the foul shooting discrepancy right now. Abington has missed 5 free throws in the first half. Despite how clean the game was, getting there, missed layups, getting the foul, getting 2 shots, you got to make them count, especially in a game like this for the championship.
All right, thank you, Tony. And the buzzer has sounded. We're getting ready to start the third quarter here. 24 all. It is going to be Coatesville's ball to start the third quarter. All even. If you're watching the game on 3ctvlive.com, call your friends. Tell them to log on to 3ctvlive.com so they can watch this game. And we have started the third quarter. Abington man-to-man. Coatesville weaving the ball outside. Hassan Young inside, and a walk is called on the Coatesville big man Bladen. Red Raiders up in their full court press. Robbie Young handling the ball for Abington against Jameer Brickus. Man-to-man, straight man-to-man for Coatesville. O'Brien up high. Bulware on Dixon. Heath now with the ball up top of the key, looking to go. There he goes. Off and tips it in. Robbie Heath, who had 11 points in the first half to lead Abington, scores the first field goal of the third quarter, putting the Ghost on top, 26-24. Heath now with 13 in the game. Jameer Brickus drives and a running one-hander is off. Dixon pulls the big rebound. Inside to Heath, and he scores! Heath cut down the lane and was fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot one. And teams come out. Heath will be shooting one shot here for Abington. And he knocks it down. 16 points now, 29-24. Abington stays man-to-man. Coatesville handling out front. Jameer Brickus handling for the Red Raiders. And it's stolen away. Tried to go inside to Bladen, but knocked away. Abington handling up front. Oh, and the foul is called. Foul's called on Brickus. Brickus is first. Abington will have the ball on the side, inbounding. Number 3, Robbie Heath, has taken over this game. Shots off, rebounded, pulled in by Bladen. We got a foul called against, I believe, O'Brien. Yes, it's on number 42, O'Brien, the big center. Coatesville inbounds and brings it up. .5:20 to play in the third quarter. 29-24 Abington. Hassan Young's shot is partially blocked. Raiders have yet to score in the third quarter and have fallen behind by 5.
Foul was on Kamayu Brickus. Abington inbounds from the side. Dupre Bryant is checked in for the Red Raiders. And Coatesville has gone 2-3 zone. Three-pointer's no good. Bladen pulled down the rebound. There was a scramble. Foul was called on 15, Doherty. Coatesville bringing it up. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Third quarter, 29-24 Abington, here on 3CTVLive.com from the pavilion at Villanova University. District 1 6A title game. Jameer Brickus hits. First points of the third quarter for the Red Raiders. 29-26, Abington leads. They break the press. Doherty fires a three-pointer. And off of Dixon, and Coatesville takes over. Kamayu Brickus handling the ball for Coatesville. Dupre Bryant shots off, and Dixon with the rebound. Shot is off, but Abington pulls down the rebound. Abington resets. No, and it's an offensive foul. Offensive foul is called on number 22, Lucas Monroe. Extended the arm with the push-off. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play, third quarter. Abington 29, Coatesville 26. Ghosts have scored 5 points this quarter, Coatesville only 2. Pick and roll. Bladen on a perfect pick and roll with the jam. Heath inside. Three-pointers off, rebounded by Dupre Bryant, and here come the Raiders. Kamayu Brickus follows. And Coatesville takes the lead, 30-29, 2:15 to play, third quarter. Heath with the three-point attempt, way off. Bladen with the rebound. And here go the Red Raiders on the run. Foul is called on the play as Dupre Bryant takes it to the hole. Dupre Bryant goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots for the Red Raiders. 31-29 Coatesville, 147. Dupre Bryant, the freshman, with one more. Hits them both. 32 for Coatesville, 29 Abington. 1:45 to play in the third quarter of the District 1 title game here on 3CTVLive.com. Coatesville stays man-to-man. Nope, they actually dropped to 2-3. I will correct myself. Coatesville's in a 2-3 zone. Inside to Dixon. And it's off. Coatesville rebounds and runs. It's blocked. Oh, and here come the Ghosts. Dixon with the follow. And that was a wild sequence there, but it results in a Abington field goal. 1:08 to play. Coatesville 32, Abington 31. Tony, some thoughts here.
The excitement is crazy right now. The arena's going crazy. I have to say I'm extremely impressed with the way Coatesville came out flat. Chuck Moore got that quick timeout and told the guys, and I wasn't in the huddle, but my guess is he told them, basketball's the game of runs. They got theirs, now we got to get ours. Coatesville got their run, they got their energy up. Little mishap right there, the way the ball was bouncing, and Abington was able to get an easy layup there. But the way the game's going right now, it's going to come down to maybe who has the ball last, Scott.
That was a 30-second timeout, so it was a quick one. Teams coming back out on the court. Remember, if you're watching this game on 3CTVLive.com, on the archive, call your friends. Tell them it's on. Tell them to watch the District 1 title game on 3CTVLive.com. This has been a good one. Coatesville inbounds and brings it up. Dupre Bryant, the 9th grader, handling for the Red Raiders. 32-31 Coatesville, 1 minute to play, third quarter. District 1 title game. Jameer Brickus being patient. Now Kamayu Brickus handling, looking inside for Bladen. And Jameer Brickus draws the foul. He drives and is fouled. Foul's called number 2. They call it on number 2. That's Robbie Young. Jameer Brickus will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Misses the first. Makes the second. 33-31 Coatesville. 38 seconds to play, third quarter. Abington brings it up court against a little pressure by the Red Raiders. Heath drives, kicks to Dixon. Coatesville in a 2-3 zone. Young to Heath. Heath looks to drive. Dixon handling, kicks it out front. And it falls out. And tipped in. Monroe tips it in. There's our buzzer. Coatesville 33, Abington 33. Just where we were at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter in a district title game with a tie score. Tony?
You couldn't ask for anything more right now. Both teams are where they want to be. No one's behind. The fouls right now are pretty even. You got 8 minutes. Each coach is telling their team right now, if we stick to the game plan and we put every single ounce of effort that we have, we're going to walk out of here champs. They have to dive on the floor. They have to be scrappy. And if Coatesville wants to win this game, they got to stop giving Abington extra shots at the basket. The last 2 buckets, 2 rebounds before it was tipped home by the Abington player. If Coatesville can rip them down early, they don't get the second chances. Coatesville might have a 5 to 7 point lead right now.
Quickly, some information. Abington was District 1 champion in 2014. Coatesville's last District 1 title was 2001. That 2001 team went on to win the state championship. 8 minutes away, one of these 2 teams is going to be District 1 champion.
33 all as we start the fourth quarter. It will be Abington basketball to start the fourth. Right now, Robbie Heath is the man for Abington. Heath with 16 of their 33 points. And Robbie Young will take over handling the ball. Coatesville is staying in the 2-3 zone. And there's the lob to O'Brien. Perfectly executed high lob pass to Joe O'Brien for the score. 35-33 Abington. Kamayu Brickus on the handle. Turnover. And a foul. Jameer Brickus with the foul. Robbie Young goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Ghost. 35-33 Abington, 7:26 to play. Young will be shooting another. Just 1 for 2. (36-33) Ghost lead. 7:20 to play, fourth quarter. Abington man to man. Coatesville backs it out and resets. Kamayu Brickus on the handle. Now over to Dupree Bryant. Bryant drives, ball's deflected away, but a foul is called. Foul is called. Foul is called on number 22, Lucas Monroe. Tony just pointed out Abington now has 16 fouls. Coatesville just 4. Next one puts Coatesville in the 1-and-1. Bladen, big center for the Red Raiders, back into the ball game. Coatesville inbounds from underneath their own basket. And it's tipped away, stolen by Heath. And he scores! Robbie Heath with a steal and a great play, scores and is fouled. And Coatesville calls timeout. 5-0 Abington to start the fourth quarter. Plus Heath will be going to the free throw line to shoot 1 shot when we come back from this timeout. Red Raiders take a full timeout. All right, Tony, what do you think Coach Chuck Moore is talking about in the huddle?
He's telling them they got to calm down. They got to relax. They got to do exactly what they've been doing all season long, and that's being smart. That was a lob pass. It wasn't really to Dupree, actually. He had him in the corner open first and didn't look over and just tried to get rid of the ball before the 5-second call. In this type of game, call the timeout, don't lose the possession, and then Dupree, trying to make up for the error, comes down and tries to swipe at the ball, gives the referee too easy of a target one-on-one to make that foul call right there. It was just a bad sequence overall for Coatesville.
Yes, it was Coatesville's pressure that was giving Abington trouble through most of the game. But now, to be honest, Abington has forced Coatesville into a few turnovers here. So the Red Raiders have got to, as Tony said, calm themselves down. It'd be important for Coatesville to come down and get a score this trip down the court. Robbie Heath to the line. 1 shot after scoring a field goal off the steal. And he hits it. 39 for Abington, 33 Coatesville, 6:45 to play. Heath now with 19 points for the Ghost. Jameer Brickus forces one up. Abington quick rebound and clear out. And Heath again on the fast break gets fouled. Dixon got the big rebound. Quick clear out pass to Heath, who took it to the hoop and now hits one foul shot. Heath misses the second. Boulware with the rebound. Coatesville pushes it up. Bladen shot out. Dixon rebound, and away go the Ghosts. Heath again, and he's fouled again. It definitely looks like Abington's coaches saw something. They told their big man, rebound. They told their guards, cheat, and they've been doing it this whole quarter.
They definitely have. I was just thinking the same thing, Scott. That's 4 trips in a row. Heath has been at the foul line, and we're only not even 2 minutes into the fourth quarter yet, and Heath is playing the game of his life. He's kept his team in it all night. Dixon has been shut down, and he's just taking over, and Coatesville has to do something about it fast.
So Heath hits them both. Now it's 21 points out of Abington's 42. Raiders have not scored this quarter. And in and out for Boulware, and away goes Abington again on the fast break. And Brickus steals it away from Heath. Jameer Brickus just picked his pocket. Dupree Bryant misses the 3. Boulware pulls it down. Coatesville resets. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play. And another miss for Coatesville. Kamayu Brickus. Abington with the board. 42-33 Ghosts. 5:20 to play. 9-0 run to start the quarter for Abington. Dixon hits it. And Abington goes up by double digits, 44-33. Bladen takes it to the hole, draws the foul. Bladen goes to the line to shoot 2 for the Red Raiders. Hits the first. Coatesville's first point of the fourth quarter. 4:58 to play. 44-34, Abington leads. Bladen hits them both. That was important for the Red Raiders. More full court pressure for Coatesville, broken. And Bladen gets called for the foul. And that will put Abington into the 1-1. Heath will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Scott, I would like to see the Coatesville team here try to get to the bucket, try to get easy layups, and even try to get back to the foul line. Every layup, either they have to contest it, referees are calling the game really tight. I would like to see the players take a hold of that and use it to their advantage, try to set the screen at the elbow, get to the bucket, and just let the referees do what they've been doing all night and call the game as tight as possible and get to the foul line.
I honestly believe that Coatesville did not realize that was a 1-1 there, because when the foul shot was missed, Dixon got it and had 2 good looks at it. The Raiders never moved, but they avoided one there. Brickus, Jameer Brickus pushed it up and got fouled. Now he's shooting the first front end of a 1-1. which he makes. 44-36, Abington. 4:41 to play, fourth quarter. Misses the second. 8-point lead for the Ghosts. Coatesville straight man-to-man. Abington appears to be in no hurry. Drive to the hole and score by Monroe. 46-36, Ghost. Dupree Bryant with the opportunity bucket. 46-38. Bryant followed up, got the tip in. Coatesville trying to put some half-court pressure on. Dixon from the high post shoots. It's off, and Heath pulls the rebound. He's been everywhere. And he spins and scores. Robbie Heath has been fantastic for the Ghosts tonight. And the foul is called on O'Brien. Avery Young drove baseline, pump faked, and O'Brien, the big center, has picked up his fifth foul. That's number 5 on O'Brien. And the sub comes in again. O'Brien fouls out. He scored 6 points. Eric Doherty, number 15, replaces him. Avery Young to the free throw line for the Red Raiders. Hits the first. 48-39. Abington leads, 3:28 to play, fourth quarter. Misses a second, ball tipped around. Controlled. Clear down to Heath. He looks to go. Gets in trouble, kicks it out. 3:15 to play. Coatesville trying to double team everywhere. Abington playing keep away. And they called a double dribble. Double dribble called on Monroe. Coatesville takes over. 3:03 to play. Fourth quarter. Abington 48, Coatesville 39. Dupree Bryant inbounds to Kamayu Brickus. Abington man-to-man. Jameer Brickus with the ball now, looking for the screen and roll from Bladen. Brickus' shot is way off, and there goes Abington on the run again. And Heath scores. 50-39, Abington. And a steal. And the walk is called on Dixon. Game's getting a little ragged now, Tut.
It is. Both teams are making a lot of mistakes. Abington's not listening to their coach. He's telling them to slow it down. Coatesville is just, just trying to rush too quick, making some bad passes. Team's got to get composure. Free Bryant to the basket, gets hit, gets it back up. Fight for the basket low. Abington comes out with the rebound and brings it up court.
All alone to Doherty. Blocked. Kamayu Brickus. Doherty thought he had an easy one. Kamayu Brickus with the big block. 2 minutes, 11 seconds to play. Abington 50, Coatesville 39. Abington ball. Dixon with a big board. Turnaround off. Heath rebounded. Foul's going to be on Coatesville. (15) Doherty goes to the line. It's a 1-and-1. Hits the first. Abington 50, Coatesville 40, 1:59 to play. He misses a second. Hassan Young drives and is fouled on the play. There's a little confusion with the scoreboard, but they have it correct now. It's Abington 51, Coatesville 39. Hassan Young at the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Red Raiders. Hits the first. .25. Hassan Young shooting one more. Hits them both. Avery Young in the lineup. Coatesville comes up full court press. They inbound to Dixon to have the big man bring it up to court. Having a little trouble. There was a danger of possibly a 10-second call there. So Abington coach Charles Grassley calls a timeout. It is a full timeout. 1 minute, 49 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Abington 51, Coatesville 41. Changing. We'll do it, yeah. Coming out, them jumping out like 6-7 nothing. Key factor in this fourth quarter, as Tony just pointed out, what they call the leak out offense that Abington has run. When Abington's big men would pull down a rebound, their guards, particularly Heath, would just sprint down the court and beat them and beat Coatesville down the court. And Heath used that to his advantage to make several scores, giving Abington this lead. 149, 51-41 Ghost lead in the 6A title game here at Villanova. Jump ball is a call. Coatesville's pressure forces the jump. Possession arrow favors Coatesville. So the Red Raiders take over, 137, trailing by 10. Coatesville's got to go quick here. Dupree Bryant drives and scores. Bryant down the lane, hits and scores. All right, Tony, do the Raiders start playing the foul game?
They're going to have to. Coach Chuck might maybe wait another 25 seconds, see if he can get them to miss maybe another shot, get another turnover, and, you know, get another bucket in. But he's going to play the sub-in, sub-out offense-defense game right now, and eventually he's going to have to start trying to foul and just make sure you foul the right person. Now, Dixon is 2 for 6 from the line tonight, I believe, so you may have to start fouling Dixon because he just hasn't been comfortable at all tonight. Joe Boulware has been on top of him all night, and outside of some 2, 3, 4 rebound tip-ins, he hasn't really even did anything on the court offensively. So now Coatesville has to hope that sticks with him. He carries those nerves to the line. Maybe they can get him to miss a few, and we can, make a point up here and there real quick. But it's going to have to be fast.
Coatesville on the court. Kamayu Brickus, Dupree Bryant, Jameer Brickus, Avery Young, Tion Holmes. Raiders going small but quick. Smaller and quicker. They'll come out with pressure. Robbie Young, Robbie Heath have been doing the job ball handling tonight. They inbound to Dixon. Coatesville pressuring. Almost a steal. And it's called a foul. Look close to a clean block, but the referee calls it a foul on Kamayu Brickus. That sends Heath to the line to shoot 2. 1:06 to play. Abington up 8, 51-43. Heath shooting 2. He hits them both. Quick push by Kamayu Brickus. Ball's loose. And Coatesville recovers. Bladen with the dunk for the Red Raiders. 53-45. Raiders have to look to foul. They must foul, and they do. Dupree Bryant gives the foul.
Now, I was at the game at the Leocore Center, Temple University, on Tuesday evening, and Abington got into a situation like this with PW. They did get a couple steals off the inbounds, making them go to the line, and got that game back within 4 points. Coatesville right now is only down by 8. They can maybe make this happen.
Missed free throw there by Monroe. 8-point game, 44.7 seconds. Monroe with one more, which he hits. 54-45. Abington, Coatesville with a push. Jameer Brickus scores. Inbound to the big man Dixon. Push it up court. Young to Heath. Coatesville's got to look to foul, and they do. That is the 5th foul on Kamayu Brickus. Robbie Heath, 27 points tonight. Goes to the line, shooting 2. And he hits them both. Some subs coming in for the Ghost. 56-47. Abington, 23.6 seconds to play. Coatesville pushes it up. Bryant. He scores. Dupree Bryant scores. Coatesville calls their final timeout. Jameer Brickus, the freshman, 12 points for Coatesville. Dupree Bryant, the freshman, 12 points for the Red Raiders. But no answer for Robbie Heath. 29 points of the 56 points scored by Abington by Robbie Heath.
17 seconds left. They have to get they can't get the steal off the inbound. They have to foul real quick. The last possession, personally, I would have liked them to foul Dixon. They would have saved about 5 seconds on the clock. but Abington was able to move the ball around to get the ball back into Heath's hands, who was able to knock down the free throws here, which, could have, maybe not, sealed the game. But I would like to see him foul a little bit quicker. Right here, if you don't get the tip, you don't get the steal, you got to foul immediately before they get that ball in the air.
Ghosts getting ready to inbound. Red Raiders up in full court pressure. Matching up man-to-man. 17.6 seconds to play. 56-49 Abington. Foul given immediately. New player in the game. That's number 11, Darius Brown, who is fouled and will be going to the free throw line. And he banks it in. 57-49 Ghosts. 16.1 seconds. It's off. Coatesville pulls it up. Goes down court to Prey Bryant. Kicks it out to Jameer Brickus for a three, which is off. Bladen tips it in for two. And that is the ball game. Your final score, the Abington Ghosts 57, Coatesville Red Raiders 51.
Two huge runs by Abington in the fourth quarter. A 6-0 run to start the fourth quarter, and then after Coatesville was able to get back in the game with about a little over 4 minutes left to go, they started that run and shoot leak offense and got 7 straight points and really got Heath going, and he actually finished the game off at the foul line, and those two runs was the difference in the fourth quarter. 24-18 Abington over Coatesville in the fourth, and that's really what made the difference. Every quarter was even up to the fourth quarter, and Abington figured out Coatesville's defense. They made the adjustments. They did what they had to do. Both teams will be going on to the state playoffs. Might have to see each other again. You never know. Great game, Scott.
Thanks, Tony. And again, I think one of the key factors in the game, as Tony brought out, was their what we call the leak out offense. Coastal would shoot, they'd miss. One of the big men for Abington, Dixon or O'Brien, the big center, would get the rebound, and Heath or Robbie Young would leak out. They hit them. They got a real spurt out of that. That got them the lead in the fourth quarter and enabled them to take the lead and take control of the game. Robbie Heath, outstanding for the Ghosts. 29 points out of 57 for Coatesville. Bryant and Brickus both with 12 points for the Red Raiders, both freshmen. Now, as Tony said, both teams move on in the states. Here is what's going to happen. Next Saturday, the Abington Ghosts will play the 6th place team from District 3. Next Saturday, the Coatesville Red Raiders will play the 5th place team from District 3. Now, the sites and times of those games have not been determined, but since Coatesville and Abington are the 1 and 2 seeds, the games will most likely be down in the District 1 area. Won't be far for the folks for Abington or Coatesville to travel on to the state playoff games, which start a week from today. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in to 3ctvlive.com. If you're watching this game, call your friends, tell them it's on, tell them to log on to 3ctvlive.com to watch this archived game. Again, this was the District 1 6A title game from the Pavilion at Villanova University. Our final score tonight was the Abington Ghosts 57 and the Coatesville Red Raiders 51.
I have to say it was a great game. Disappointed the boys didn't pull it out tonight, but you learn a lot from a game like this. Both coaches pulled every trick they could out the book And that little run and that leak-out offense that Abington put in there in the beginning of the fourth quarter is really what made the difference. And again, like I said, we might get lucky. We may be able to see this great matchup again for the semi-state playoffs before one of them head out to Hershey to play the Western Conference champion. So I was excited, Scott. It was an honor. 3ctv.com.
All right, this is Scott Kershey, Tony Harkins, signing off for 3ctvlive.com from Villanova. Thank you for watching.